In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Today we're in Genesis chapters 43 through 45 and the continuing saga of Joseph and Jacob and how God is forming his chosen people through Abraham and then Isaac and now through Jacob. You'll remember there was a terrible famine, but God revealed that to Joseph so that he could preserve food through the abundant times so they would have some through the lean times. Well, Jacob sent his sons, all except for Benjamin, because he heard that there was food in Egypt, and they went and purchased food, and Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. And so he said to them, "Go back and bring your youngest brother Benjamin, that I might see him." Well, Jacob said, "No way will I allow Benjamin to go." That's where we pick up the story now. And the problem is they ate all the food that they got in Egypt. And so Jacob said, "I need you to go back and get some more." And they said, "We can't go back because the man that we had to see," which was Joseph, their brother, the man said we couldn't come back without our youngest brother Benjamin. Well, so Jacob said, so I'll have to send him. And so they went back taking Benjamin. Joseph saw Benjamin and said, "And prepare a feast for them." And so that's what they did. Well, Joseph comes in, he sees Benjamin, and he's got to run out because he weeps bitterly because of the love that he has for his brothers and for, in particular, the brother by his mother, Benjamin. They have a feast and it's good, and then they're sent away with food now, plenty of food. But Joseph has the servant hide his cup in Benjamin's saddlebags. And then after they leave, he sends the servant to go overtake them, and whoever's saddlebag the cup is in, he is to be Joseph's servant for all time. Well, they go find this cup. The cup is in Benjamin's saddlebag, and oh my goodness, Judah is all concerned of Benjamin not going back to his father because Judah promised Jacob that he would bring Benjamin back. So he begs Joseph to let him take the place of Benjamin so Benjamin would go back and Judah would pledge to be a servant of Joseph. Well, he sees the pain on Judah as Judah is saying, "Please let me take Benjamin back. It would kill Jacob if Benjamin is not returned." It becomes too much for Joseph, and he weeps bitterly. Look at this in 45 verse 2. He wept so loudly that the Egyptians heard it, and the household of Pharaoh even heard about it. Joseph is just overcome with everything connecting with his family, and so he reveals to them who he is. And so now look at verses 4 and 5. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Please come closer to me." And they came closer, and he said, "I am your brother Joseph, whom you sold into Egypt. Now do not be grieved or angry with yourselves because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life." Well, that brings me to what I see as the biggest lesson out of the Joseph stories. And we're not done with the Joseph stories. There's still more to come. This story is used often to proclaim a doctrine that says God is in control of everything. And I agree that God had a plan in this. However, Joseph did not have to agree. Joseph could have at any time along the way not walked with God, and so this plan of God would not have come about. God's plans are that we would be blessed so that we could be a blessing. We saw that in the promise to Abraham. That's in Genesis 12, verse 2, and it says this, "I will make you a great nation, Abraham. I will bless you and make your name great so that you shall be a blessing. See, God wants to bless us that we would be a blessing, but at any point along the way, we can shortchange that and take the blessing for ourselves and not let it flow through to others. Oh, Joseph could have gone in with Potiphar's wife. Joseph could have been a horrible prisoner and not allowed God's blessing to flow through him within the prison even. He could have not listened to God in interpretation of Pharaoh's dream. There are so many ways that Joseph could have made his life all about himself so that he would have not walked with God and not received the blessings that were intended to flow through him to others. But he did. God's desire is that we would receive the blessings of God, that they would flow through us to others. God's desire is that we would receive the love of God, that it would flow through to others. Oh, behold the lesson of Joseph. As we walk with God, we bring the kingdom. Let's talk about this some more tomorrow. God bless you in your kingdom walk today.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus.